And there we have it. Both brackets are done. Let's finish welding up this guy here. So the wiper assembly is 2 pieces now. We have this guy that'll end up sitting. Let's put it in here. So, but like that. That'll sit there. Pivot arm's nice and free behind it. And this piece will sit right there. Just like so. Okay, with both brackets in place and pretty much only the rod left to extend here, the push rod. This guy will go right over to there. And that's pretty much it. And that's the gist of the setup right there. So you can see kind of does work pretty good. That will be nice and free. And as well as so it's getting there. A couple more little things. We still need to drill a hole for this bracket here and a hole for this bracket here, and have to remove this stud and kind of go from there. I think that's the next plan. Get those guys in and maybe extend the rod right now. Onward. Let's get in there though. All right, we have our 2 final pieces here. This is our center wiper mount. I gave it a little rebuild. It was in awesome shape, no corrosion, nothing. Spun free, spins freer. And this little guy here turned out well. It spins, yeah, there we go. Spins great. And as they both sit in, it seems like the rod is not going to hit anything. So that's ideal. Let's get them in. All right, we have our wiper assembly arm from our donor car. We're going to cut a chunk out of the center of here, put a nut on one side, some threaded rod on the other, so we have a little bit of adjustment. And then we finally have our missing piece for the mono wiper, a uni-wipe. So this guy here will, yeah, we just need to connect these two. So take this chunk out. Any fine tuning we can do by just spinning a thread. So probably find some fine threaded rod and use that. And then on to actually making the wiper fit. It worked, but like slipped off, bounced all around, you know?
Perfect.
So what we've decided is we're going to take this arm, the base here, because it's nice and perfectly straight. Where it comes out and its first bend, we're going to cut in front of that. And here on our loop that hooks into the wiper blade, we're going to cut just before it bends down here. And then actually this straight segment out of this other wiper arm is going to be used, cut, and put in to join those two. So we'll weld all of those guys together and hopefully have a straighter wiper arm. It's on an angle, right? So like that thing would have to be sitting on an angle, and then it's we can make it work, making it happen. So that's the plan, and we're almost there. Like, it should function after that. Then it's just kind of making it all look pretty sweet. All right, let's do this. Still, it's like exactly fully on right to there. And this side should max out. Where the fuck it does. So that's there.
Cutting there?
And then this guy. Yeah, go right there.
Oh, where you're gonna weld it to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So close to just being welded right there. Where it is.
It's so cute and mini.
Alright. That is a straight wiper. Look at that.
Aerodynamics.
Fingers crossed that the range is just to the edge of the windshield on each side.
We will see with the testing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have the last piece of the puzzle just tacked together. It's our adjustable linkage. So it actually came together quite nice. Both sides are nice and straight. It's gonna go well. Should sit about midway as well too. Just gonna be nice. It's rough, but it'll work. Let's get this kind of set into place. Okay. One. Oh yeah, clipped right in.
What are you testing?
I'm gonna tighten this thing up and then test the full range of the wiper. with this just sitting on here, because with this nut undone, I can swing this arm all the way around, kind of testing this thing's range.
Okay.
Snug. Okay. So we need to extend a bit. May have gone a hair too far. That's alright. That's why we're testing it. I'll have to add a little bit onto this guy. Just a bit. So that maxes out.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, let's add a little bit on.
Onto that thing?
Yeah, so I need to add on about...
On the wiper arm?
Well, you know what? If I shorten the throw on this guy, would that help the movement? I wonder.
This is a little trial and error.
Yeah. Close. So that's max that way. That's about... I find out exactly how far that is. It's about 3/8 of an inch off. That's all right. So that's exactly why I have this. That's about equal there. Okay, sweet. Well,
Instead of shortening this arm right here, why don't we just put a smaller wiper?
well, so if I left this arm on, right, on this side here, full over would be a lot further down, which, I mean, yeah, sure, a smaller wiper would work, but it puts us at a lot more of a mechanical disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Less of a mechanical advantage. Because, yeah, it'll just mean there's so much more leverage needed to move that wiper all the way down. So I'd rather shorten this throw.
Okay.
And then that'll help us out a bit, you know?
Okay.
I mean, it's not the worst thing to move in the world by hand right now. The motor for sure won't have an issue with it, especially on its, yeah, it'll work out well. So now though, at least we can see I've got this guy set up so right now at our full throw to the right side, we have the same distance. We're off here between this full throw to this side.
Just to the edge there.
So it's adjusted so that is the exact same distance. We need to shrink this guy. Oh, it's so nice having this in here to be able to just kind of spin it and
I know.
adjust. So I had to move this out one from my initial thought, one spin, so it wasn't bad, but it'll work out really well. I think we got to remove maybe like a hair under a quarter of an inch-ish.
3/8, didn't you say?
Yeah,
Or is that
so
more?
I think what I'll do is remove a little bit from here, then maybe I'll pop this into the socket and take little by little off, going back and forth to each side, making sure I'm still even.
Before welding?
Yeah, because also too, I can adjust like this guy here. There are a lot of teeth here to grab onto, so I can do minuscule adjustments just like here on the wiper arm as well too. So my whole hope was whatever these kind of give me an adjustment here, this I can use as kind of just an added in between, double the amount of small incremental adjustments I need to do. But yeah, that should work out perfect to get us exactly where we need to be. So yeah, step one, let's cut this guy.
Okay.
Upon further inspection, probably going to be a little bit easier to leave this bracket as it is, just because it's fine, it works 100%. We don't need to touch that side. This side we've already cut down and re-welded and need to clean up. So what I'm thinking is we'll cut this further up the arm here. We'll take everything off and pop the pin out here. We'll cut this further up the arm and take one of the longer factory arms off of the linkage that we stole this
When
bracket
you go get
from.
it.
Yeah, this guy here.
Here, I'll go grab it and show you.
So
Either this one?
this guy right here.
Yeah.
So we'll take this one, and it's nice because it doesn't have such an aggressive drop to it. Like, it is more flat and straight, and we have a ton of room up in there. So yeah, we'll just trim this guy off. That sucks that we pressed. I was trying not to press the sockets on too many times because I don't want to wear them out. So there's going to be a little bit more pressure on them. So try to make them last, but we'll have to pop that one off again. And we'll use at least this one's new-ish. It's a lot nicer than the one that was on there, and we grind it down. So, ground down. Cut this off, and I don't know, cut and paste time, welding, that kind of stuff.
Let's get into it.
So we have this piece trimmed off here, just cut down. This guy from the Mark 6 cut off. So we will attach this sort of like so, after we figure out exactly what the length is in there. And to do that, we're gonna have to put the arm onto the rotating assembly. So I'll have to install this side of the arm onto here, put the small arm back on, just put that together. We'll have to put this guy in place, put the wiper, yeah, put this guy back in. I've got to clean it off or else it'd be in now. But we'll put the wiper on there as well too. And the way we'll do it is we'll move the rotating assembly to full over to the left, put the wiper all the way down, full over to the left, with this installed and this attached to the other end of the rotating assembly, or the other end of the arm. We'll be able to hopefully just see and get an overlap of what exactly needs to come off. So we'll do that. We'll mark it on this side, put the arm over, put everything over to far
other
right,
side.
well, far driver's side, I guess. And hopefully that line lines up on that side as well too, because that'll tell us our length is right for the arm adjustment. So I may have rotated it a time or two. And that this is sitting where it needs to go. And then the only thing we'd need to double check after that is that this hasn't been spun at all since it's been off. And we'll just plug it in, put some power to it, and get it to reset to center. And then we'll, like with this loose, we'll reset it to center with everything loose, and then we'll bolt it back down dead center. We should be good, I think.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, we'll go just under this mark. I made a little tiny sort of mark in there, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll try it. I'm gonna give myself a little, maybe a hair more than we need. If not, it'll be bang on. And then I guess, you know what, I'm gonna pull the pin out of there as well too, and then I'll weld this to it.
Pull the
And then
wiper pin out.
We'll
Yeah.
put it together and see where we're at.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, after a little cut and paste, everything works well. We did a little test first to make sure we didn't need to do more trimming and cutting and pasting because we've already got one of those videos. But it's all together and it works well. We've got our, I guess here's where we left off. We just threw a couple tacks on this piece here to hold it in place for now. Still very rough. We'll finish everything as well as the actual connecting arm here. Still gotta finish welding it. That's pretty much it. Finish welding the adjuster, this back arm, and all the adjustments that we had to make this arm fit. So those three parts need to be finished, and then we have a completed unit. But let's see it go. This thing's freaking awesome.
Okay, we got our battery. Let me stand back.
Yep.
Get the full thing. Okay.
We don't have a park right now, so this is just go. Ready? Close. Oh, too far.